Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I wanted to do a little walk around of this little Suzuki Jimny that has been sitting in the back of the lab now for quite some time. So this is a Suzuki LJ10. This is one of the first of Suzuki's four-wheel drive off-roader vehicles. This was the predecessor, of course, to the Suzuki Samurai, as well as the modern Suzuki Jimny that has come out just recently. So this is a 1972 model. This is a two-stroke engine in this, four-wheel drive, a very small and durable and funky little vehicle. Let me pop the hood here so you can take a look at this wild power plant. So this is a two-cylinder, two-stroke engine. Very interesting little setup. It's got a cooling fan here. It is air-cooled. Later models were water-cooled. Again, this is the LJ10. The LJ20 came in after this, and that, I believe, was water-cooled. This is a fun little vehicle. So we picked this up a number of years ago. It was for sale locally. I had never seen one live and up close, but I had seen photos of them. And this thing popped up locally on Facebook Marketplace, or perhaps it was Craigslist, and I just thought it was cool as hell. It was restored some number of years ago. We got it from a family that had bought it with a property that they had purchased, and they used it around the property for running around and having a good time. And when it came here to the lab, I started chasing down parts for it. I managed to find a guy that happened to have this new old stock top and soft doors for it, which was an absolutely miraculous find. Really cool to get those on there and to really trim the thing all out. The interior of it was completely done when we got it. It's got a little jump seat here in the back, as well as the seats up front. Original owner's manual is present. The dash is very simple. A couple quick little gauges and idiot lights. Four-wheel drive, so it's got the shifter for the 4x4 as well as the regular transmission. We managed to find some other cool little new old stock pieces for it. I found a new old stock jack and tool roll for it, an original ignition switch because it was missing the key when we got it, and it's a super cool little machine. Another fun thing on the back here, it's got the rear mounted spare. This little jerry can here actually opens up and is a toolbox, which is kind of a fun little piece. So this project has been sitting in the back of the lab for a number of years. It's one of those things that I brought in. I thought it'd be fun to work with. We got it running, sort of, but I was never really happy with how it ran. And I struggled so hard to find somebody that knows two-stroke engines that could go through this thing and get it up and running and driving properly. And I just couldn't find anybody. It was really bugging me. And recently I posted some photos of this up on a Facebook group for LJ owners. And I said, hey, somebody out there, if you're interested in this vehicle as it sits, let me know. Or if you know anybody that can help me get it up and running properly, definitely let me know. And I was flooded with inquiries. I found a guy here in California that sounded very interested in it. He made a play for it, but unfortunately was unable to follow through. But I did find another buyer for it, a gentleman in Belgium, of all places, that, well, he made it happen. So he pulled the trigger on it. We've pulled this thing out of the workshop, and it is going to head off to Belgium, hopefully, to be finished properly and back on the road and trail. In any case, before it goes, I wanted to show you this cool little machine. It's a project that I really wish I kind of finished it off, but sometimes it's better just to let them go and let somebody else do it. Obviously, I'm flooded with projects here, lots of cool stuff going on, Brubaker box, etc., etc. So I'm pleased. This guy sounds really excited about getting this little Suzuki going and bringing it to Europe. I don't imagine there's a whole lot of these in Europe at all. So that's going to be really cool for him. I'll stick the phone underneath here. You can kind of see the drivetrain. You've got a traditional rear axle there, as well as four-wheel drive up front. See if you can kind of check that out. These things are known to be quite sturdy and quite adept. Certainly not a lot of horsepower. It's very slow, but I have been told that these things will climb trees if you can get enough grip. Another fun thing about this particular one is that it has a little bumper mounted winch. That's a modern item, also obviously, that was added onto it. There is also a factory tow bar that hooks on right there. I do have that for it. So you can hook it up to the back of your motorhome, haul that thing around, and so on and so forth. In any case, there you go, the Suzuki Jimny. I don't know how long it's going to be here before the truck comes, but it is going to be leaving here shortly, and I wanted to document it before it went. So if you have ever seen one of these, certainly comment down below. I don't think there's a whole lot of them out there, especially ones here in the United States, and there's going to be one less after this one ships off to Europe. So, can't finish them all. I try, but every now and then I got to let one like this go unfinished. So, in any case, I do appreciate the opportunity to have it here, to learn from it, to play with it. I obviously left my mark on it, making it better than it was when it showed up. Finding that new old stock top and doors was an amazing thing. Chasing down some other pieces for it as well. And then, of course, finding a proper home for it, because we are just caretakers for this stuff. Can't keep it all. In any case, keep on digging them up and driving them, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.